If you hate your job and wake up wanting to quit every day, occasionally wanting to control Alt F4 out of life, this video is for you. What's up, everybody? Guy Story here. I bet you weren't sure you were going to get another episode, were you? Well, I wasn't sure either. But it's 6:30 a.m. in the morning, working a couple hours, can't sleep anymore, and this topic just came to me, so I'm going to talk about it. The topic partially stemmed from a podcast I listened to last night by Eckart Toli. He was saying something about the ego and the stories that we tell ourselves and the life we live is a result of the story that we tell ourselves playing out. That's a bit of a confusing string of words, so let me just give you my interpretation of it. He gave one example, such as a sick person. They see themselves as sick, therefore they are sick and continue to be sick. If you're anything like me, you have this story in your head about the 9-to-5 rat race, the grind, the slave wagery, wage slavery, Brokey, punch in, punch out. Notice how these terms are all negative and how maybe you wouldn't have come up with them on your own, but we've certainly heard them a lot in media. And if I introspect a bit, I feel that these negatively held beliefs may be limiting me. Let me keep going. Let me keep cooking. Let me start off with a little anecdote. Once upon a time, I was unemployed. And I was talking to a friend in my field who just seemed to have great luck. Right out of school, he landed a job making more than I'd ever earned. And within a year, he was promoted, had the great title, had an even beefier, juicier salary, was working from home. That was a big one for me, the work from home thing. And he was going on about the ways in which the job wasn't satisfying him. And to me, it checked every checkbox of the dream job. To hear somebody unsatisfied with it was not a great feeling. Just wanted to either wring some sense into him or like punch him in the teeth. It was that sort of feeling. But I'm at a point now where I kind of have those checkboxes checked, and I'm not so stoked about it either. So what can I do about it? Well, I'm not sure what prompted me, but last week not sure what prompted me to consider this mindset. Although sometimes if things aren't working, you just have to change one variable and see if that starts making the equation more positive. So here's the variable that I flipped. I reached out to a superior, a couple levels above my manager. Never done that before. Reached out to him, more or less asking if there's any way that I could use my skills to help the organization thrive. I heard that there was a deficiency in some upcoming deal, and I offered my help to bridge the gap in any way. I'm really feeling compelled to say here is that this story I'm telling myself about hating my job, wanting to quit my job, break free, do my own thing, it's not serving me right now. So I'm going to try out a different narrative and just evaluate how it goes. Open to all possibilities. And no matter what, I can always fall back to my original narrative. And you could too. So here's what the new narrative entails. It's just trying to be a loud advocate of progression within the organization. So what this could look like for you is always being there on time, always doing the tasks as well as you can. Now, here's something else I picked up recently. Your manager may not always give you the most important tasks. They're happy to let you spin your wheels if there's nothing bigger going on. If there are bigger things going on, they may not want to take you off of the tasks that you yourself are assigning yourself. Basically what I learned is have a bit more direction and discernment on what you work on as an employee so that you can bring the most value possible. And when you bring more value, just make sure that other people are aware of it. Okay, where was I? Need to circle back. This is an important tactic in any fluent conversationalist, the ability to circle back. So I got off topic on self-advocacy as an employee, right? So you want to show up on time and you want to work effectively on the highest value task that you can. And then you also need to be communicating with the people at the highest ranks that you can communicate with. Your manager, your manager's manager, the CEO. That one would be intimidating. You probably won't get something exceptional out of your first conversation with your manager's manager. They might not be receptive to you, but if they are, now you have someone else to help guide your decision making on what the most valuable tasks for you to be working on are. Another angle at which to look at problems that come up in your team, and you have hopefully somebody on your side that can start pulling strings if your manager isn't going to be the one to do that. Okay, this is yet to be seen for me, but it's possible that you start to enjoy work more through this lens of doing your best, trying to output the best work possible. So you're no longer running, escaping, slaving. You are navigating, discerning, organizing, building, adding, improving. To me, that sounds like a better state of mind to be in. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you'd like to subscribe to things. Like the video if you like the video. Guy Story, out.